The river here in Minneapolis-St. Paul changes here more than it changes anywhere else. We have the only waterfall on the Mississippi River, the only gorge. We have countless historic and cultural landmarks that really tell the story of America's river.
So we have the Pillsbury A Mill and the Washburn A Mill, which were the largest flour mills in the country and in the world at times. We also have the Stone Arch Bridge, which is a national engineering landmark. There were several times that nature kind of slapped us in the face on what we were doing in the river. The first was really over what we were putting into the Mississippi at the same time Minneapolis is pulling water out of the river for its drinking water supply. In 1910, there was a major typhoid epidemic with over 340 people dying. And it's only then that Minneapolis starts to chlorinate its water supply. It realizes that they can't just drink raw river water anymore. And it had become so bad by the 1920s that from St. Paul down to Hastings, there were mats that were of just sewage decomposing that could be up to a mile long. We didn't address the chemical pollution. And it's really not until the Clean Water Act of 1972 that we address those point sources of pollution. And so once that's addressed, the river becomes much safer again at another level. And now today we're facing substantial agricultural pollution and sediment, and we still have yet to address that.
You might know that there are 4 different species of Asian carp moving up the river. You may have heard that the upper lock at St. Anthony Falls was closed this summer in order to prevent the further migration upwards of the Asian carp into the central watersheds of Minnesota.
I think the idea that the Mississippi River is sort of this sewer and this place to be avoided is changing.
People are starting to understand about the river, water qualities, and starting to take care of the river. In fact, the rivers have becoming much cleaner. There's more fish species in here. There's more visitors that come out to the Mississippi River, especially this section of the Mississippi River. There's also more activities in the Mississippi rivers in the past.
In the late 20th century, 1960s, 70s, we began realizing that this river has a lot more value than just for industry. There's a recreational, there's an environmental value to it. And a lot of people started thinking, we need to get back on this river, we need to reconnect to it. That really took hold in the late 20th century, and now in the early 21st century, we're really seeing that cities throughout the nation are trying to reconnect to their waterfronts, and it's no different here.
I think that having experiences and really feeling connected to this place actually improves the life of the people who live in our community. And certainly, when people feel that connection, I think not only hopefully does it make them happier people, but it also then creates ownership for the health of the river.